Aloha! Today's video is not about racket stringing. In fact, it's a video about me and my tennis background for the last 45 years. I am currently the director of tennis here at the Royal Kona Resort Tennis Club. And if you've seen any of my previous videos and haven't figured out by now, I am located on the island of Hawaii, known as the Big Island, on the west side in Kona. I first learned how to string when I was 15, and I was hired as a stringer at a local club here in Kona. In 1985, I moved to Oahu and was hired as the director of tennis at the Waialae Iki Tennis Center, and it was then that I started my tennis business, AM Stringing. After 35 years at Waialae Iki, last year I had the opportunity to move back to Kona. Now it's become full circle, and I'm truly grateful that I'm able to share my passion for tennis on and off the court back here in my hometown. All right, let's go inside. When you enter the pro shop, the first thing you'll notice is all the relics that are displayed around the shop. I've had people that actually told me it looks like a tennis museum. I like to think so. In fact, it leads to a lot of interesting conversation when people see something familiar and they share their experiences about it. So in that corner, I have an event that happened in the 70s, and then it goes across, and then in this opposite corner here is it ends around the late 80s. On this wall, you'll notice in that corner, there's an event that happened in the early 90s. Then it goes across to that corner where it ends at 2007. Oh yeah, and you'll notice the Aloha shirts too. As we continue, I have an event there that happened in 2010. Then it goes across to that last one that you see there in 2020. That was the last tournament that I strung for. And then next to that, you'll notice some empty space, and that'll be for future events. Now, if you haven't noticed by now, I am a fan of the Prince brand. In fact, I'm not only a fan, I'm a loyal user since 1977, when the first Prince Classic came out. Back then, Prince were the underdogs. But then by the 90s, they gained popularity and became one of the top racket brands. Unfortunately, about 10 years ago, Prince faded into the background and were the underdogs again. Although the distribution model of the brand has undergone significant changes over the years, the quality and the product development has always remained the same. You can purchase Prince products through Tennis Warehouse or dealers like myself on the mainland. Finally, on this wall, you'll notice some old classic rackets hung up on the wall. It usually leads to an interesting conversation when someone notices it and they see a racket that they played with when they're growing up. There's even a wooden press over there, if you know what that is. All right, so this is also where I do my stringing. I have a Prince P7000 electronic machine and a Prince Neos 1000 manual machine. Now, throughout the shop, you'll notice that I have various types of tennis balls. They're all by theme. Some are from Grand Slam events. Some are balls that are from the 70s. I think it's kind of funny sometimes when I have a customer that comes in and they see all those balls and they're trying to decide, which one should I buy? And I got to tell them, oh no, it's part of my tennis ball collection. You can buy those over there. I hope you enjoyed today's sneak peek into my AM Stringing Pro Shop and learn a little bit about my tennis background. Now, if you want to join my journey and my experiences in tennis history, where I talk about the relics in the shop, check out the YouTube video link below. This was a video that I did when I was still on Oahu and was interviewed by Shane Cashen, the tennis ninja. Thanks for watching. Play with aloha and let your strings play.